We are told that when a species is gone, it's gone forever. The books are closed, and the fossils are all that remain. But what if some of history's most terrifying and majestic creatures never actually left? Hidden in the deepest corners of our planet, something is moving, something that shouldn't exist anymore. Today we go beyond the legends to reveal the sightings and the evidence that science can't explain. Are you ready to see what's still hiding in the shadows? In the world of biology, extinction is considered a finality. A species is crossed off the list, and we move on. But our planet is far more mysterious than we lead ourselves to believe. From the impenetrable depths of the abyss to forests that haven't seen a human footprint in centuries, nature is hiding survivors. Today, we aren't just looking at myths, we are analyzing sightings, DNA evidence, and captured footage that challenges everything we know. Let's dive into the list of 10 creatures that might have cheated extinction. Number 10. Imagine a bird so numerous that its flocks once blocked the sun for days, creating a literal eclipse across North America. In 1914, the world watched as the very last of its kind perished in a zoo, marking what we thought was the end of a dynasty. But in the deep, silent woods of the Ozarks, the story hasn't ended. Recent reports describe fast-moving, blue-gray shadows cutting through the trees, birds that move with a speed and formation that haven't been seen in over a century. Are we witnessing the impossible return of the passenger pigeon? If these sightings are real, it means one of history's greatest avian populations is successfully hiding in the shadows of the forest. Number 9. It was officially erased from the maps in 2018. The government called it extinct, but the people living in the Appalachian Mountains call it something else: the ghost cat. For decades, hikers and locals have reported a predator that shouldn't be there. A massive tan feline with a piercing scream that echoes through the night. While officials claim these are just western cousins drifting east, mysterious trail cam footage continues to capture a creature with the exact genetic markers of the eastern puma. In a wilderness this vast, it's not a question of if they survived, but how many of them are watching us right now. Number 8. High in the misty, inaccessible peaks of Japan, a sacred protector was said to have vanished in 1905. Yet the local culture refuses to let the legend go. They speak of a unique howl that still vibrates through the Chichibu Mountains, a sound unlike any domestic dog or fox. In 1996, the world was stunned when a series of photographs emerged, showing a canine with short legs and a distinct tail that perfectly matched the long-lost Japanese wolf. Since then, high-quality audio recordings have emerged, capturing vocalizations that experts simply cannot categorize. The spirit of the mountain might be very much alive. Number 7. Zanzibar was once home to a predator feared by all. A creature so elusive, it was believed to be the pet of witches. By the late 90s, after a brutal period of hunting, it was declared a memory. But nature has a way of protecting its own. In 2018, a high-definition camera trap captured the impossible: a spotted predator, smaller and more distinct than its mainland relatives, walking confidently through the brush. It was the Zanzibar leopard. This wasn't a grainy, debatable photo. It was clear evidence that while we were writing their obituary, they were reclaiming their kingdom. Number 6. For 20 million years, a pale, nearly blind inhabitant ruled the Yangtze River. In 2006, after a massive scientific expedition found nothing, it became the first whale or dolphin species in modern history to be driven to extinction by man. But the Yangtze is a world of mud and deep currents. Just a few years ago, a group of conservationists witnessed a white, long-beaked creature breaching the surface, a sight that perfectly matches the goddess of the river, the Baiji. While the industrial world moved on, it seems this ancient survivor may have simply dived deeper, waiting for the surface to become safe once again. Number 5. On the island of Madagascar, there are stories that defy everything we know about biology. They tell of a feathered titan standing 10 feet tall and weighing over 1,000 pounds. A creature that hasn't officially walked the earth in a millennium? Scientists found their massive eggs, but the local tribes say they found something more: the birds themselves. Deep within the island's swampy, unexplored interior, sightings of the elephant bird continue to surface. In a place where 90% of the wildlife is found nowhere else on Earth, who's to say a prehistoric giant couldn't find a place to hide? Number 4. New Zealand's South Island is home to some of the most vertical and impenetrable terrain on the planet. It's the perfect sanctuary for a bird that was supposedly hunted to extinction centuries ago. Standing 12 feet tall, this wingless giant was the undisputed king of these forests. But modern hikers and hunters have reported something chilling: massive three-toed tracks in fresh mud and haunting, booming calls echoing through the valleys. The moa may no longer rule the plains, but in the untouched wilderness of Fjordland, it seems the king hasn't yet surrendered his crown. Number 3. We're taught that the great hairy giants of the north died out as the ice retreated 10,000 years ago. But what if a small population survived in the world's most brutal isolation? In the vast frozen emptiness of Siberia, a region so large it could swallow the United States twice, reports of hairy mountains moving across the tundra have persisted for centuries. Even Soviet-era pilots claim to have spotted tusked giants from the air. As the permafrost melts, the line between history and reality blurs. Is it possible a remnant of the woolly mammoth still wanders the Great White Silence? We are moments away from the 2 most controversial sightings in history. If you've enjoyed this journey into the unknown, join our community. Hit the subscribe button and click the bell icon to become part of the AnimaTen family. We're exploring the mysteries of the animal kingdom every week, and you won't want to miss what's coming next. Done? Now, let's look at the 2 legends that changed the world of science forever. Number 2. This is the most famous extinct animal in the world. It has the stripes of a tiger, the pouch of a kangaroo, and a jaw that can unhinge like a snake. The last known survivor died behind iron bars in 1936, but in the Australian bush, the thylacine never truly vanished. With over 3,000 reported sightings, high-definition dashcam footage, and DNA traces found in remote areas, the evidence is becoming impossible to ignore. Governments have spent millions on secret searches. Why would they invest so much if they were chasing a ghost? The Tasmanian tiger isn't just a memory, it's a survivor waiting for the right moment to return. And number 1. Finally, we reach the ultimate mystery. A predator so massive it makes a great white look like bait. Science claims the oceans cooled and the megalodon starved 3 million years ago. But we've only seen 5% of our oceans. Below the reach of sunlight, in the crushing pressure of the midnight zone, life survives in ways we can't imagine. Massive, unidentified sonar pings, 60-foot shadows caught on drone footage, and whales found with bite marks that match no known living creature. If the coelacanth could hide for 65 million years, why should we assume the king of the abyss ever left? It might not be a question of if it's down there, but where it will strike next. The boundary between what is lost and what is hidden is thinner than we think. In a world this vast, perhaps extinction is just another word for a species that has finally learned how to stay out of our sight. But what do you believe? Is the king of the abyss still out there, or are we just chasing ghosts? Thank you for watching AnimaTen. Stay curious because the truth is often stranger than fiction. We'll see you in the next one.